Make one call on them snitches, no problem, no problem.
He speaks about ending ignorant and senseless crimes, then 2 days later is accused by the media of committing a senseless crime. Make it make sense.
And I really can't blame people for not wanting to hear what I'm talking about. I really cannot be, I'm not mad. I wouldn't want to hear it either. I wouldn't want to hear it either. But then they forget my name. They forget now this is the Prophet Truth channel. This is Prophet Truth channel, but I am the Prophet of Doom.
We do want to bring you back to some breaking news that we have coming out of Brooklyn, New York, that we do want to bring to you. NYPD, we are learning, is on the scene of a reported shooting of a possible explosion inside of a Brooklyn subway station.
That's my original name, the Prophet of Doom. That's what I've called myself since I've been on YouTube. What do you think that's So what do you want from me? Doomsday is actually about to be here. We're actually about to experience Doomsday. So of course, why would you want to watch and listen to Prophet of Doom? Not mad at you one bit. But I'm going to talk about it because it has to be talked about. We need to know why we're going to die. We need to know why we're going to be destroyed. And black people have no sense of shit. This again. Like hogs or cows just chewing their fucking cud until they take it to, and I said that to you. That's what we are. Cattle, waiting to be taken to the slaughter. Chewing your fucking cuds in the pasture, grazing and shit. The man can come, I told you this, you say this, the man, you could take the knife you're gonna cut that cow's throat with, put it under his fucking nose, he would sniff it, look at it, lick it, maybe try to lick it, and because he couldn't eat it, he would just walk off and ignore you. Even though that's the knife you actually cut his fucking neck with. And that's how black people are. No sense of shit until it's too late. Until you like the victim hurricane on your roof. Help, we need help. The big signs and shit, wait. We got babies up here, my grandma. When they could have avoided all that. They could have avoided it. Or at least lessen the impact. And not be on their fucking rules begging for somebody to help you. Because you didn't plan to prepare or even think about the fact those fucking levees could break because they broke before. You trusted the white man to fix them so they wouldn't break anymore. But there you are on your fucking roof, begging for help with your grandma and your infant baby, about to die of thirst because you didn't put away no water, you didn't stock away with nothing. And it's going to be the same thing if anybody survives Doomsday. It's going to be the same thing. You're not going to be prepared to do nothing but to be taken into the control of people who may just want to fucking kill you. And that's it. And that's why I haven't done one in a while. I should do prepper videos back. I did the main one I did was back in 2012, where we talk, and you can go on YouTube. I mean, at least to buy yourself some time before you surrender yourself to the authorities. You know, how about stocking up on some non-perishable food? How about stocking up on some water? And this is another thing. Even if that doesn't happen, there's a guy. I actually just kind of, I don't know where I heard him say this at, but he's 100% correct. Oh my God, he's 100% correct about this. Even if the bombs don't drop, there's another condition that could cause you to be so fucked up you wish you was dead, and that's a very real possibility. A very real possibility. The way things are going with the economy and everything else is going, with this war and all this shit, hyperinflation. And he was talking about how to protect yourself against hyperinflation. What items should you stock up on? If you know to protect us, to have these items on hand. You know, if hyperinflation kicks in, so you won't run out or you won't be able to. And that's a very good point he was making. So anything to do with prepping, you know, you just look up, Doomsday Prepper, Afro Prepper. He hasn't made a video. I hope he's all right because he hasn't made a video in about 5 years. But him and his wife were very big into this prepping thing, which was stocking up. So that they can survive for months, maybe even years with the shit that they stocked up on. And they were constantly adding to their inventory. You have whole groups that have come together, and like I said a long time ago, who are doing the same thing. You have one part of the group that's focused on medical supplies. Another one's focused on food. Other ones is focused on other areas where they just continuously stock up on shit. They're getting ready for doomsday. Whether it comes in the form of a bomb being dropped or comes in the form of hyperinflation thing. So I understand, perfectly understand. I'm not mad at anybody who does not want to watch my videos, especially nowadays. I wouldn't blame you one bit. If I went down to one viewer, I would not be upset at all. But this has to be talked about in this way, whether people want to hear the shit or not. And I'm gonna keep on talking about it. I don't care what anybody feels. We have been fucking up as black people. We have not been doing what we need to do. We're doing what the fuck we want to do. We have not changed very much our point of view of life, our direction, our trajectory of thinking since we left out of slavery, which is just do a little better than the last generation. Have a little more, live a little nicer, have more money, have more material shit, enjoy more leisure time. That's all it's been about. And now you're about to face the end of all of that shit. And the only thing you really do is to go out, and that's exactly what should happen. That's exactly what we should go out of fucking existence, because we have no place in nature to go. Our place is as slaves, and we don't want to deal with this. We want to come with stories about being kings in Egypt some fucking way. Hey, I'm gonna tell you again, a fucking mule is not a horse, and a horse is not a mule. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you a story again. Some of you may know this horse. The horse is named Secretariat, the greatest horse of all time. Now, it's possible that Secretariat could have had sex with a donkey and they could have produced a mule. Now, that mule has thoroughbred blood in it. There's no doubt about that. But that mule is never going to win the Kentucky Derby. Matter of fact, that mule is never even going to be on a racetrack, because it's not a race horse. It's a fucking mule. And its purpose is to pull a plow. So when niggas say they a king and they God, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? King Tut is not a slave. We're not slaves. Their bloodline is all kings. There's not a white man in none of their genes. And even if it wasn't, it's silly to say that shit and not deal with the reality of our condition and what we really come out of, and what we truly have been through, and try to build from that. Again, put that shit in the microscope like a medical examiner doing an autopsy and finding out what all you want to be facts. That's all you want to be facts. Nothing left. Nothing more than that. But no, we're not doing. We're making up stories and lying to ourselves. And now we're facing a real doomsday for real. Doomsday for real. And can't take it. And of course you should talk and talk and talk. I've been talking and talking and talking, whatever. It's not about talking. Not about talk. Not about talking. Not about listening. No, not about hearing. Nope. Niggas don't. It's not about seeing. No. Got to feel it. Got to feel it. Not see it, not hear it, feel it. And that's about to be the case. And so this is kind of what I want to talk about in this video, and just like on a side note, but on the same note, to talk about why, it probably best for us to go out of existence is one condition that exists in our community that is, it's just, it's like it just fucks us up. I'm trying to find a word to describe what this condition is doing to us as far as our future goes. Because what it's saying is that we do not have a future. And I was going to try to quote David Carroll, because he talks about it. And he talks about Blackistan. This is a term that was, I believe, was devised by these black females who are swirlers, who want to divest from the black community and, start dating white men, whatever the case may be. And what David Carroll points out is whatever the problem with the black community is that the black community comes from between the legs of black females. Whatever miserable condition exists, whatever fucking chaos, whatever, It exists because black females are having babies. That's why. It's no other reason. You can't blame the fuck. Don't stop this. But this is part of the hustle of people like Al Sharpton to tell you, no, the problem's not you. The problem's the white man. The problem's not you. The problem is slavery or some shit like that. Now, yes, again, I'll give that to you. The white man is the main reason for our problem. But we are the solution. He's not gonna solve. He's not gonna do shit for you. So you can cry about what the white man did. That's like somebody knocking you down and robbing you, kicking you down, beating you down to the ground, and you just lay there saying, "I'm not gonna get up to you. I'm not gonna get up to you. Come back and pick me up." You talking to the robber now. He's way down. I'm not getting up till he comes back and pick me up. This is how we sound when we talk about what we want a white man. No, you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, get yourself together, then go look for that guy and deal with him like that. You never on the ground just keep complaining about what he did to you. And so we have a condition that was created by white people, no doubt. But that condition is being made worse by us and mainly by black females who want to complain about, well, the black man this, the black man this, and they ain't shit, and they ain't that. Well, you producing these motherfuckers. What are you instilling in them? Nothing. You can't instill shit. Now you can, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you can give somebody, wash your hands, say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, open doors, whatever fucking bullshit. But that's not how people exist. Human beings do not exist like that. Only farm animals. Feral human farm animals exist like that. With just a mother and a bunch of fuck. And I don't care how good a mother you are. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if Eric Adams' mother was, and I believe he did come from a single parent. It doesn't give a, I don't care. So what? So what? That doesn't change the fact that it's wrong. The way we live is wrong. And it goes against nature. Human beings live in family fucking groups. Just like monkeys, chimpanzees, and apes. Well, I'm not no monkey. I'm a king. There you go. That bullshit. No, you're a part of this living fucking planet. You're related to everything else that has life here. That's right. Related to everything that has life. We're all one thing. It's no fucking separate nothing. We're part of one giant ecosystem. We live in separate parts of that ecosystem, and we relate to each other where we are. But of course, if you're a farm animal, if you're a domesticated fucking animal, you have no sense of this. Or a domesticated human being like we are, you have no sense of this. And so this single mother household shit is something that is definitely a noose around our necks. Because the only reason it can exist is because we live in this current paradigm or current model of life, where you have these built-in safety nets that will catch you. If you ain't got no money to buy food, the system will just provide for you. For now. But this is something that is abnormal. This is something that is sick. And it's making us sick. Well, we've already been sick. It's making us sicker. And once this whole thing is going, we'll see it then. Again, I want this white man, if he don't blow the fucking planet up, the one thing I want him to do besides kill us, exterminate us, is to let us off to ourselves. Give us a place of our own to live in. Give us our own piece of land, whatever, a country, a state, and let us do totally for ourselves. No white oversight at all. Everything that we need, now they'll provide all the, because of course we can't live without their material shit. So they'll provide all the infrastructure, they'll provide all the material shit that you want. They'll supply your stores, your supermarkets, but you have to run the shit and you have to govern yourself, police yourself, all of that shit. Let's see how long that shit lasts. I bet you won't last 6 months. And it'll be in a complete fucking chaos. That shit will look 10 times worse than Haiti before it's all over. Because we live in the way that people are not intended to live, and we just don't understand that. And so, yeah, that's what because that's what, so everywhere I go, I see it. There's a mother and her son. Now, I don't know, maybe she doesn't have a husband, although I doubt it. Black female and her son down there at breakfast. Watch the news with all these shootings. And when I was in Milwaukee, what did I see? A mother and her daughters, or her mother, crying about her son being killed. No father, no nobody, nowhere to be seen. Yeah, you can put, yes, you can have many man-like qualities. Yes, you can, what the cool say, act. You can act like a man. But there's no way you can't even be a whole human being. You can't even be a whole human being completely under these conditions. There's certain things that human beings are supposed to have and supposed to do in the natural. But because this is the unnatural, we have no sense of that. And once those bombs start dropping, and I believe they will, as your prophet are doing, like I said, doomsday is right at our doorsteps. If this whole country is disabled, if martial law is declared, if you have to be provided for food, clothing, water, shelter by the government, you might as well go ahead and find a building and jump the fuck off of, because it's gonna be hell on earth. I don't care how long it lasts, it doesn't last. There's no way it's going, especially again if you have a nuclear fallout in this anywhere in this country. How long does nuclear fallout last? What, 10,000 years? So maybe parts of this country that may be unusable for 10,000 years. And how that's going to impact what's going to fuck? Yeah, it's perma-fuck. Permanently fucked. This is what we're looking at. Why the fuck are you here? I'm talking about the whole so-called black race here in the United States in particular. The DEOA, descendants of enslaved Africans, as I call it. Why are we here? To be slaves. To be slaves. We're only free as an accident in the fucking war. And the guy that freed us, he was debating whether he should free us or not. He even said, listen, if I can free all the slaves and stop this war, I'll do that. If I can free some of the slaves and stop this war, I'll do that too. If I don't have to free any fucking slaves and end this war, I would also do that. But he chose to free all the slaves. If the South had come to the table, if the South had surrendered and negotiated with the North and said, we're willing to negotiate with you under one condition, and made some kind of deal where they didn't have to give up all their slaves, but give some shit, or maybe put a time frame on it and say, yes, we will free the slaves, but you have to give us time. We need 50 years. Give us 50 years, and we will guarantee you we'll free all the slaves, but we need to be able to do certain things. They would have went for it. No, but they fought to the bloody end. They fought to the end because they felt it was there. They fought and died. Hundreds of thousands of men died to preserve slavery. Were they evil, mean? No, they were not. Stop. They were not. They were not. They were born into a system that was hundreds of years old by the time the Civil War came along. That's all they knew was just like all you knew. Your ancestors knew who was slaves. All they knew was slaves. All these white men knew was slaves, and where they came from. And they believed they were born in a society that taught them that it was their right to own slaves. That slavery was something that was ordained by God. This is why they fought and died. Now they crackers, they evil devil motherfuckers. Yeah, the system was evil. I'm saying the system wasn't evil. Yes, it was. But not to understand that what the mindset of these people were in reference to why they would die by the hundreds of thousands to preserve slavery. Well, then that's just that's silly. It makes no fucking sense, and it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you whoever was enslaved. And so they fought to the bitter and bloody end to preserve slavery because they felt it was their fucking right, even though they were wrong. It's like a nigga's wrong. A lot of shit you think about is you wrong-minded shit, but we refuse to understand that. You'll die for shit that makes no fucking sense, and that's completely wrong, just like they did. So you're no different than the crackers that died during the Civil War, in reality, because you'll die for some similar bullshit that you done made up in your fucking, like they made up in their head that God ordained anybody's black to be a slave, and that black people were cursed by God, and black people were part monkey, whatever the fuck else they believed in. That became instilled in them, generation after generation, until we got to the point where they would actually die, give their lives by the hundreds of thousands to keep you a slave. And you can't see how you're in that same fucking mind state. We are in that same fucking, that same fucked up way of thinking, in our own little fucked up way. And this is why we're gonna die. We gotta go, baby. You got to go. And again, the sad part is not that we're going to be dead. The sad part is that's where the fuck we belong, and our current state is dead if we can't see that there's a problem. And so understand, listen, I am the prophet of doom. I can't, and this doomsday is here. What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Can't help you. I've tried. I've talked and I talked. But I also talked. I also told you that talking wasn't the fucking answer. I also said that over the last 12 years. Listen, I hate that I'm right. I hate that I was about this shit. I really do. Okay, no, I got two. I'm going to make two. I'll make two. That's good. I hate to say that I was right about this shit, but I was. I just was. And I hate the fact that I was right. Unfortunately, it turns out that I was right. You're dealing with people that ultimately this is what they do. This is all they do. They've been doing it for thousands of years over in Europe, fighting and killing each other. World War II, how many people, all white now, all white, with some upwards of 50 million people, with maybe more than that, murdered and killed. And then World War I, just a few years before that. What do you think was happening here? Niggas love living in a world of fantasy and make-believe, or not to think about shit at all. And maybe that's for the best. So when them bombs start to dropping, you don't have nothing on your motherfucking mind no way. You'd be in a thoughtless state anyway, and hopefully whatever they drop will hit you so fast, so hard, you won't even realize it. You won't even feel that shit. It'll incinerate your motherfucking ass so quick. It'll be like striking a fucking match. You just be going that fast. I hope that's the case anyway. That's all I can hope for you. I can't hope nothing else for you. And you better hope you do die, because you don't want to survive that. Because the place you want to be surviving in, man, you gonna wish you was in Haiti. You gonna wish you was in Port-au-Prince some motherfucking way. But the place you're gonna be forced to live at. But anyway, this is what's on my mind this morning. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about that quote by David Carroll. When dealing with the fact that black women complain about the black community, about black men, and all this shit, but they never realized, they never talk about the fact that all these black men that they complain about came from between their legs. Never talk about that. Never think about that. Never consider that at all. Never mention it. It's just, the black man is black. Well, if you stop having babies, because, you think that makes you a woman, that makes you feel like a woman, because you don't want people to think you're undesirable. And the way to look desirable is have 4 or 5 fucking out of wedlock babies. Hey, man, hey, look, I got kids. Somebody wanted me.
Make one call on them snitches, no.
They've been doing it for thousands of years over in Europe, fighting and killing each other. World War II, you know how many